These are the best Propstream lists that you should target right now in your wholesale real estate business. As you all know, the market is changing. The Fed recently lowered interest rates, but mortgage rates are actually ticking back up, which is crazy because you would expect them to go down, but they're actually back to close to 7% in a lot of areas. So I'm going to just show you all some different articles I've been reading because we need to be real about wholesaling real estate because I think a lot of times people may say, oh, this is the best list, that's the best list right now, but the market is changing. It's cooling down, right? We shouldn't go for the same list if the market is hot, right? Compared to if a market is cooling down. And so I'm going to show you all the stats, show you all Propstream and how to use the software and actually pull lists dedicated to what's happening in the market. This is how I would pull a list right now in my real estate wholesale business. If you all are interested in Propstream, check my link down below. You get a 7 free day trial using my link. So please check it down below. Be sure to like this video, comment, and now let me share this screen. All right, so U.S. foreclosure activity decreases in quarter three 2024. Now, if you hear a YouTuber say, target pre-foreclosures, target, foreclosures, sure you can, like, go ahead. You can still find great deals. I still do that. But the stats they're actually slowing down. They never came back to their levels of pre-pandemic levels, and they're still pretty low. All right here it's saying that um, foreclosure filing during the third quarter of 2024 down 2% from previous quarter and down 13% from a year ago. So it shows that just under 30,000 properties with foreclosure filings in 2024, right? Down 19% from a year ago. That's crazy. A total of 62,000 properties started foreclosure in 2024. So that's down 1% from previous quarter and down 10% from a year ago. Um, Major metros with populations of 200,000 or more, of course, have major foreclosure stats. New York, Chicago, LA, Miami, Houston. Okay, Illinois, Nevada, Florida. If you all are in those um, states. I wonder if Florida is dealing with those hurricanes that happened in third quarter. Was it third? Is it no? October is technically fourth quarter, so probably it's not showing up in this data, but that might be up for sure. Um, Historical total foreclosure activity. Um, you know, Bank repossessions decreased 12% from a year ago. And so all of these things are very, very interesting. Um, and honestly, home prices are still high. Affordability is still difficult, but at the same time, this is actually a healthy sign that the housing market is strong, right? But it's unaffordable, right? So that's the crazy thing. So we'll dig into PropStream right now. I picked up City. I'm just going to show you all how to go for pre-foreclosure. You can just go to a list right here where it has where is it, pre-foreclosures, and you can target 412 properties here. Another way you can do it, you can just go right here. Lien has an active lien, or is that the one? No, this is not it. Here it is, pre-foreclosure. It should be 42. So that's another way you can do that also. And so let's think about it. Foreclosures are going down, meaning people are actually paying their bills. Maybe people have more money to buy houses. So, what does it teach us about the economy and where people are heading? It shows that the economy is strong enough where people are paying their bills, they're not going to pre foreclosure, or the government is just giving people second chances where they don't have to go into pre foreclosure or necessarily, get themselves down that process of foreclosure in order to Since they're not paying their bills, they're going to go through pre-foreclosure. So we got to be real about these stats and about what's happening in the economy so we can better market in our wholesale real estate business. Now, pre-foreclosures, it can be tricky sometimes because if you're wholesaling for a cash purchase, you have to make sure they have equity in the property. And if they're already down the rabbit hole or already down looking at foreclosure, it's going to be hard to do. So we're going to do a new list here. So as you can see, I'm doing non-owner occupied, vacant properties. This is your classic Propstream list. We're keeping a single multifamily list. If we're looking at multifamilies, and this tells me that a lot of people are renting now. In the economy, people can't afford high prices. They can't afford high interest rate, and so that's what they're doing. They're renting, and so a lot of landlords are looking for multifamily. So I think this is a underlooked or overlooked, actually overlooked list because people are usually going for the single family houses and things of that nature, but you have to look at these type of houses too, multifamilies, and just target them directly and see what happens. Now you can add single family, you can just do single family here in this area, but of course there's more on this list, and of course we don't want it on the market. We want it to they own it for a good amount of years, and we're going to put equity into this property. So we're going to put at least 50% or more so you can have some equity for a cash purchase wholesale deal. And so this is a great list. This is a classic list. And there's also always a ton of properties that you can do direct mail. You can send out 1,000 at a time, send that the same 1,000 like maybe 4 times, then go to the next 1,000. I notice, yes, you can, if it's a big list of like 7,000 properties, yes, you can target that whole list and maybe you'll get some calls. But I notice that if I get a list that big, I'll do 1,000 and then I'll move on. I won't move on. I'll hit that first 1,000 maybe 4 times because a lot of times they won't respond to the first 1,000, but they respond to the second time I send it to them, or the third time, or the fourth time. And so that's a key lesson for you all to concentrate on when you're doing this in your real estate business, especially wholesaling real estate. So yeah, just looking back at this article, U.S. foreclosure activity is decreasing. So now we're going to look into other lists and other aspects of the economy that I think are prevalent to the overall health of wholesale real estate, and finding the best list on Propstream. Once again, Propstream, check my link down below. You get a 7 free day trial using my link. And that will bring you closer to that deal and get you a consistent deal, because leads are everything. You need leads in order to wholesale. So home ownership slightly more affordable across the U.S. in third quarter, but still difficult for average workers. Once again, it's reiterating my point that people are going to rent. People are renting. I know we had politics and everything, but at the end of the day, no politician is really going to bring down home prices unless a crash happens. So they measure affordability in a very specific way. Just looking at people's salary and how much they can afford, and the average, I guess, mortgage price of homes, and they say that the report on major expenses on median home prices consume 33.5% of the average national wage. And, of course, you want that percentage to be as low as possible, closer to 28%. And so that's the way they gauged this stat in this article. And, we had an election recently. I don't want to get too political, but politics deal with, honestly, wholesale real estate. It deals with real estate. And I think, people are looking for a savior in their presidential candidate. They're looking for either a Democrat, whatever that is, or also a a Republican to save them. And this article also shows that the housing market is cooling down, but at the same time, home prices are still high. So I think it's still pretty difficult, looking and trying to buy a house for average people. And so I'm just telling you all, whoever is in office, you still have to save money to buy a house. You still have to start your wholesale business if that's what you want to do. And you still have to work hard in order to get wholesale deals and actually capture leads in your wholesale real estate business. I don't see home prices falling that low. I see interest rates are still high, and now we do have a new president. Maybe things will change, but I still think even if interest rates go low, home prices go up. I mean, that's just the reality of how that works. And right now we're in a period where both are high. We have interest rates that are high, and also home prices are high. So that's just something that you all have to think about. I think people are more going to renting, and these different lists that I showed you on Propstream. I think these are great lists that you can target. Whoever is in office, still target these lists. I think these lists will still work out for the average consumer, for the average person. I apologize, you guys. I had to do a voiceover over this because my mic went out, but just wanted to show you all some things on Propstream and just show you all different lists that you can target right now in your wholesale real estate business based on what's happening in the economy. And I'm just here showing like different ways that you can market on this platform. All right, thank you all. Have a great day.